Okay, guys, so we are going to do this little activity in the beginning. We'll just, so I'll say my name. Let's say we start with me. I'll say my name and I'll just say what is my comfort food. And I will tag one of you. Like, let's say I say the next one is Akanksha. I tag Akanksha. So Akanksha will say her name. She will talk about her comfort food, like in a word or two. And then she will tag someone random. So we'll do that and we'll just get to know about each other's comfort food. And we would love to see all of you on camera for this, because during the presentation, it's okay even if you turn off your video. But during the question answer round later, and while we're doing this, we'd like to see your videos.
And someone with the name of iPhone
Yeah.
tag you. One name. Okay. I think we're good to start, Shubhangi. Go for it.
So I'm Shubhangi. I'll give a little extra line about myself because a lot of you know Jessica already, but I'm the co-nutrition coach with her and we do the programs together and we're doing this masterclass together. And my comfort food, I think, has to be Maggie, good old Maggie. And I tag Akriti.
Noodles. Noodles is my comfort food. Akriti.
And you can tag someone else.
Okay. Gunjan.
Hi, my name is Gunjan, and my comfort food is potato chips.
And you have to tag someone.
I can't see names. I'm attending from mobile.
Okay, so I think I'll help you. You can tag Ishita. Just say Ishita.
Okay, I'm tagging Ishita.
Hi everyone. I think my comfort food is also like chips and all those packet food. And I would tag Parul.
Hi, my comfort food is like tea and chocolate. And I tag Palak.
Hi. So my comfort food would be Maggie and chocolate, probably.
And you tag?
I would like to tag to Akansha.
Hi everyone, I'm Akansha, and my comfort food is also anything chocolate and Maggie. And I'll tag Ayushi.
Ayushi has a comfort food, I think.
For in dim sum.
No, I think Ayushi, you have them with you right now.
No, I don't. I just have the notebook with me. But the comfort food is ordering in either a dessert or dim sums.
Okay, so you can tag someone.
And I tag you. I want to know your comfort food.
Okay.
Tag Jessica.
So my comfort food is Scotch Sundae from Nirola's. Plus, other type of comfort food is namaki paranthi with aam ka achar. And I tag, I think, Ritu.
Hi, everybody. My comfort food is all-time chocolate because I have a very big sweet tooth. So it is all-time favorite. And I'm tagging Leshri.
Hi everyone, I'm Leslie. So my comfort food is again chocolates, especially Dairy Milk Silk and Kadi Chawal.
You have to tag someone.
Yeah, I'll tag Saloni.
Salome, I think. Yeah.
Hey everyone, sorry, I'm eating my lunch, so I can't. This is
So
my lunch. I will go ahead and say my favorite food is chicken, any kind of dish with chicken. So I will go ahead and tag Jasmine if she's not spoken until now.
Yeah. Hi. I think for me as well, it would be a packet of potato chips. Yeah. And I'll tag Shweta. It hasn't been.
Sorry to interrupt, but can I change my comfort food?
Who
Sure,
wants to change?
Akriti.
Oh, sure. Go ahead, Akriti.
Yeah, so mine is all packaged food, chips, namkeen, all nuts, everything. That is my comfort. I just said
याद
noodles.
आ
I
रहा है
don't.
सबको याद आ रहा है
Yeah.
Anything coming out of a packet is definitely comfort food.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
was
Hi,
tagged, Abhi?
Yeah.
Shweta. I'm Shweta.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, I'm Shweta from Hyderabad. My comfort food is warm soup, warm chicken or veg soup with something crunchy like, garlic bread or some chips by the side or some soup sticks.
I love the observation. Something crunchy, something warm. Nice. Okay, whom do you tag?
Has Gunjan spoken? I'll tag Gunjan.
Kunjan has spoken, I think.
Ritu?
Ritu,
Has-
I think Sneha hasn't spoken.
Yeah, so I'll tag Sneha.
Okay, I think Sneha is not there. Okay, I think we can go ahead now. Most of us have probably shared our comfort
But
food.
who have not shared? Anybody who's
Who has not shared?
Parul, Shweta, yeah, Shweta hasn't.
Shefali.
And Shafali. Yeah.
Hello, Sipali. I am Shweta. My comfort is chawal dal and chocolate.
Hi everybody, Shefali this side. My comfort food is chai, a good hot cup of ginger tea, and chips. And when I'm really low, I love having cheesecake.
I think now everyone again wants to change their comfort food. वो बहुत important है. Specifically in winters, we've forgotten it.
Jessica has been saying that we are going to get a lot of chai lovers. And बहुत लोगों का comfort food चाय होने वाला है. And I was like, नहीं यार, चाय तो ठीक है, is different, but और comfort foods भी निकल के आएंगे. And a lot of people here are for French fries, like potato chips and chocolates, I think, majority.
Yeah.
And potato chips सुन के even I wanted to change mine. Better शायद potato chips है.
Perfect.
I think we've covered all. Anybody who's left, there are 2 iPhones here. I think उनको किसी ने tag नहीं किया है. What are these iPhones?
कोई नहीं, they haven't put their names. Okay, I think we can go ahead.
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. Okay, so welcome to the masterclass, everyone. And before we start with it, as you know that both of us, Shubhangi and I, are nutrition coaches. This masterclass, we definitely want to help you. Plus, post the masterclass, we would encourage you to probably put up stories regarding the masterclass, and we would randomly select any one of you via the story, and we'll be very happy to give you a 60 minutes free consultation. So yeah, that's before we start. So over to you, Shubhangi. I think we are good to start.
Yeah, we're good to start. And please don't forget to tag the both of us. Should I even share my our tags here? Because a lot of
Yes,
people
please.
or Jessica, maybe you can share our tags and I can
I'll
start
do that.
the presentation.
I'll do that.
Sure. Should we start? All set? So welcome to the emotional eating masterclass, you all. And I'm sure all of us have struggled with emotional eating at some point in our lives. That is why we are all here. I wanted to start this presentation by asking you all, what do you think about emotional eating? And do you feel guilty after you've eaten emotionally? And I want you to write a yes or no on as the first thing on your paper. Do you associate emotional eating with guilt? And once we are all done, I'd maybe just give me a thumbs up or something and I can move forward.
You can, guys, you can do this on the chat box also, but we would recommend that you do this on your notepad so that you have something there.
Yeah, because by the end of the session, I think you can just look back at your sheet and you'll have a lot of answers for yourself. I got a thumbs up. I'm assuming everybody must have written and I'm moving ahead. So let's start with understanding what emotional eating exactly is. Emotional eating is basically when we try to use food to solve a problem for us, when we try to suppress one of our feelings using food. I'd like to give my example here that when I have a lot of things going on and I have a lot of decisions to make and I'm not able to think clearly, there's confusion in my head. That's when I love to order a pizza and I love to just suppress my emotions, suppress my confusion with that pizza. It somehow just shuts my brain and there's this numbness in my brain and I enjoy that because there was too much confusion. I wanted to just numb it. Jessica, would you like to give us an example here about emotional eating? Anything you faced?
Yes. So back in my college days, I remember my last year exams. It was my habit कि कल exam है तो मुझे मेरी butterscotch sundae चाहिए and I will order it because I was not able to probably handle. And my key line was that my brain needs nourishment. So that's the reason I used to probably order my butterscotch sundae and I really needed it.
Yeah. We do start assuming that our brain needs nourishment and ice cream can provide that. I'd like you all to also take a minute and think about an instance when you indulged in emotional eating. You can take a minute, you can write it down, and I'd also like to encourage a few of you to raise your hands and maybe we'll take some shares. I'm sorry, Bharat's iPad is Shifali. Okay. Shifali has given a thumbs up that she's written. Shifali, would you like to start sharing?
It's mostly when I'm PMSing. So I have a craving of, I don't know if it is craving or what. I just like to have a hot cup of cappuccino with the hot brownie. It's like it's something, and वो थोड़े time पहले start हो जाता है, and then again cheesecake and pizza. These 3-4 things is something that I वो craving start हो जाता है उस time के लिए, and then I keep on. There is a thought in my head that should I eat or shouldn't I eat, but I always end up eating because I just feel that I deserve it and it's okay. I'm PMSing.
Okay, but here we'd just like you to observe not just the food, ki this is the food that I like to indulge in, but maybe the feeling that you're having at that time. Like when you're PMSing,
maybe
like a
because these
ritual?
are the food that make me feel better that time, because during PMSing normally girls are very low, so yeah, maybe just a boost for myself that I get.
Yeah, like an energy boost. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Anybody else would like to share?
Me, Ritu.
Like when I scold my son or sometime I have a fight with him, then I generally go to my room and have chocolate or something sweet. And I feel calm after having that. And but I never have guilt after having chocolate or something sweet.
That's great, in fact. So basically, you're just trying to. Were you guilty because you had a fight with your son and maybe you tried?
No, I just want to distract my mind.
Okay, to distract.
That's why, yeah, I indulge in maximum time I indulge in something sweet.
Okay.
And chocolate is very handy always.
Yeah, it is.
And back of the
have-
mind, I know that chocolate has some happy hormones, or it releases some happy hormones. Maybe I can relate that.
Okay. iPhone and Gunjan have raised their hands, but can I take your share in the next question because it's related to this one only?
Sure, no worries.
Who's iPhone?
It's me, it's Khushbu.
It's Khushbu. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'd like you to take a minute again and think of this instance that you just thought of and ask yourself, what problem was food trying to solve for you? What was it that you were feeling, and what did food do for you in that moment? Just think about it. Like I said, in my case, I had a lot of thoughts. I just wanted to shut them down. And in case of Jessica, maybe she felt like it was nourishment for her brain, or maybe she felt like because she's doing a lot anyway, so she deserves this. So what was it that you were trying to solve with food?
And we would want all of you to probably write it down.
Yeah, writing down, I
Good
we want
question.
all of you to do. Because once you've written this down, we can help you come up with a few strategies to deal with these things. And one instance for now, or one or two instances for now will be great. And Gunjan and Khushbu, they had raised their hands. So if they still would like to share on this question, we'd love to take their share.
I don't know, but whether like this is an unhealthy habit or not, it's a very strange craving. Whenever like I'm feeling a little stressed out or a little unhappy, the low in my life, I always crave for Golgappa. I don't know whether it's simply like whenever like I'm feeling low, even my husband is like, "Kuch wo jab tak main golgappe khila ke lata hu." I don't know what Golgappa actually does to my body. I think that kuch happy hormones ko increase kar dete hai, boost karte hai. Once like I'm done with my one plate of Golgappa, and suddenly मैं खुश हो जाती हूँ. So yes, generally like twice or thrice a week ये पक्का ही होता है कि मैंने गोलगप्पे खाने हैं ताकि मैं अपने आप को थोड़ा normal रख सकूं. And it's a very strange feeling, a strange love for Golgappas, and yes, this is what I actually want to share.
I'd love for you to observe one thing here, Khushbu, that maybe you can just write that down if you don't want to share. That if this is happening 2-3 times a week, and you were stressed, you were sad, you were feeling low, can you just think of reasons कि क्यों थी उस दिन sadness, क्यों था stress? Maybe just make those pointers on your page. And then you will maybe start feeling कि यार ये तो मेरे साथ हर हफ्ता हो रहा है, like हर हफ्ता ये sadness and stress आ रहा है. Just maybe make those pointers on your page, and when we move forward, you'll understand why I asked you to make these pointers. And this goes for everybody else here. If you relate to what Khushbu just said, and if you feel like समझ नहीं आता बस stress and sadness है तो कोई एक food उसको suppress कर देता है, तो make those pointers कि क्या ऐसा हुआ था उस दिन, क्यों मैं sad थी, क्यों मैं stressed थी. And
Sure.
Ishita and Gunjan and Shweta have raised their hands. Can we take the share from Gunjan first? She raised her hand in the previous question as well.
Thanks, Shubhangi. So basically, I realized the problem food solves for me is because as a lawyer, I'm working on very long documents, and agreements are very boring sometimes. And when I get bored, I need to break that monotony, and I binge on chips because they are crunch. They bring crunch into my ears and my life. It feels like I'm just breaking the monotony and binging on them.
अभी क्या कर रही है?
So it maybe gives you that boost of happiness.
नहीं never आएगी.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else would like to share? I think Ishita and Shweta, Akriti, can we take your share in the questions that are coming forward?
Sure, no problem.
So now we understand that the only reason we eat food is not just for fuel or for energy. We may be eating food because we are bored, we are stressed, we are confused, we are feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, anxious, anything. There could be a lot of reasons for us to be eating. And it's completely okay, honestly. A lot of times we don't think it's okay. We kind of keep blaming ourselves for doing so. But it's completely okay to eat for reasons other than just for survival. But yeah, if we do it too frequently, if we do it too much, then it'll lead to a lot of health problems. It'll lead to a few problems like indigestion, bloating, or weight gain. And I'm sure a lot of you, or many of you, have experienced these issues. That's why you're here. You struggle with emotional eating. That's clearly why you're here today. So I'd like Jessica to take this forward, and she will take an example and help you understand different strategies, how you can deal with stress eating and emotional eating in general, basically. You can go ahead, Jessica.
Perfect. Okay, so it was great to listen to your shares, everyone. And today, I'm going to take an example of one of my clients, Ankita. I'm going to take the example of Ankita, one of my clients, जिसको मैंने help करा था to deal with emotional eating. And one day, Ankita came to me, and probably she was feeling very sad. She was a little low. And why was she low? Because some exam that she had to give उस दिन. And probably जब उसने वो exam दिया, उसके बाद the exam did not go well. Maybe it did not go as per her expectations, which is why she was feeling very low. And all she wanted to do was just order out a pastry, and she probably didn't want to deal with that feeling of feeling sad. But उसे मैंने एक advice diya tha, something that we all have been just talking about, which is awareness. I told her कि जब भी ऐसा कुछ हो that she wants to probably numb her feeling through food, before doing that, just before doing that, I wanted her to ask herself, why? Why do I want to go ahead and eat that particular food? And that is exactly, Shubhangi, can you take the slide forward? And that is exactly what she asked herself. She asked herself she wanted to eat it. Then she thought, क्योंकि मैं थोड़ी सी sad हूँ और क्योंकि मेरा exam सही नहीं गया. And she also realized कि वो exam does not really make a lot of difference. I think I can make up for that exam with the other exams that I have. So maybe I can just stop myself from eating this. So a lot of times when you have such experiences of emotional eating, just asking yourself कि why are you probably going ahead to eat that particular food, and answering that question for yourself, something that we just did, can probably take you away from that instance of emotional eating. Moving ahead, another day, Ankita comes to me and she is very angry. She is very stressed. Why? Because she had a fight, and all she wanted to do was just order out a big, large pizza and just shut off her phone, switch off her phone and just cry and eat that pizza. But फिर उसे याद आया कि मैंने उसे एक advice दिया था, which was actually solving the real problem. So she really took the hard decision, a very brave decision, of not really switching off her phone, and before ordering that pizza, really picking up the phone and calling her boyfriend and maybe talking to him for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, whatever hours she did talk to his boyfriend. Probably uski fight solve ho gayi. Plus, she also realized after talking to her boyfriend that she did not need that pizza. Then घर पे जो खाना बना था, that could do the job for her. So yes, whenever you are facing any such instance, you need to ask yourself what exactly is the problem, and is there a way to really, maybe you had a fight with your friend, why not just call that friend and just deal with the real problem instead of just distracting yourself with a very quick solution, which is food. Moving ahead, one fine day she comes to me happy, and I see her happy and I tell her, I know food makes you happy. Food makes everyone happy, and that's absolutely normal. What are other things, Ankita, that you think can make you happy? what are other things except from food that you think can make you happy? This is also something that we call as the nourishment menu, which is written down there. And she made this list for herself, which was for her listening to Sufi songs, spending time with nature, playing with Sufi, which was from.
हाँ जी अनीता आंटी.
Make sure, guys, that you're on mute. Okay, no worries. Okay. Playing with Snuffy, which is her dog, baking with Palak, maybe her sister, going out with friends, and reading self-help books. So these were some things, some list of things that she made for herself, which make her generally happy. मैंने उसे ये advice दिया यहाँ पे कि whenever anything again emotional eating happens, then probably I want her to and choose any one of the any one of the options for herself. And I asked her to keep it visible for her. One day what happened is that she had a bad meeting, and going back only. One day she had a bad meeting and all she wanted to do was just have Lays. वो अपने कॉरिडोर में बस वॉक कर रही थी और उसे अपने पैंट्री में एक लेस का चिप्स दिख गया and all she wanted to do is what happened in the meeting and have the Lays. But pantry के साथ साथ refrigerator पे she had sticked this handout there and through it, and then she realized maybe playing with Snuffy can work for her right now, and so she ended up playing with her dog for 5-7 minutes, and then she realized the Lays did not, like she did not really want her Lays. Moving ahead, second last one here. One day she was really sad. Something that really happens with all of us is, there are days when we think like, yaar, समझ नहीं आ रहा life कहाँ जा रही है, क्यों जा रही है, why am I on the right path in my career? Am I in the right relationships with my food? Do I have a good working environment around me? So she remembered one advice that I had given her. Again, a very difficult and very difficult to take advice, which was just sitting with her thoughts. So rather than just ordering the large pizza again and just crying and sobbing and not dealing with the real feelings, she rather just took this brave decision of just sitting with her thoughts. And she also ended up maybe writing down her thoughts, which helped her to calm down a bit. One last advice that I had given her was observe yourself. And isme, I would like you to go back to the nourishment menu. So I had told her, ek mahine se she had nourishment menu, Shubhangi, back to the nourishment menu. So isme, I told her कि during the whole 1 or 1.5 weeks that we were working together, whenever she uses the nourishment menu, I wanted her to tick whatever she was using. Maybe she played with the dog, तो उसने tick मार दिया. दूसरे दिन she went out with her friends and it helped. Yeah. So during the whole 1.5 months, I asked her to observe herself and किसमें सबसे ज़्यादा tick आया. So for Ankita, spending time with nature में उसने सबसे ज़्यादा बारी tick आया था in the 1.5 months. So I advised her कि why not we spend more time in nature, because that is something that helps you to relax, helps you to make you feel good. So she took a decision that for the next 2 months, she will be spending almost 2 days a week outside in the park for about half an hour. She really made this conscious. She tried to do this for the next 2 to 3 months. So guess what, people? After the 2 to 3 months, she realized कि उसकी emotional eating अपने आप कम हो गए थे. And now after listening to all of these strategies that I have given you, one is awareness, the second one is solving the real problem, the third one was creating a nourishment menu for yourself, the fourth one was just sitting with your thoughts, and the fifth one was observing yourself. I want all of you to write down, can we go to the next question, Shubhangi, that go back to your example, जो आपने अपना इमोशनल ईटिंग का एग्जाम्पल लिखा था, उसके बाद आपने रियलाइज करा कि आप किस इमोशंस के साथ डील कर रहे थे उसमें. Question with you, what else you could have done if not eating at that particular moment? I would really want all of you to probably write it down. And in a minute, we'll also take shares. I think we'll start with Ishita. We can also take Gunjan and Shweta, as you guys have raised your hand. Go ahead, people.
Is Ritu also who's raised her hand in the chat box? Ritu ma'am.
No worries. I think we'll start with the ones who are already there.
If I'm not eating food, then I will listen to music. Maximum time I go for music, and otherwise I can chat with somebody whom I discuss with about that topic, or any my friend, lovely friend who can share my thoughts and anything like that. I can distract my mind by that. And I have a question also, like this masterclass is for emotional eating, but I am all time at home. So it is very easy for me to eat anything at any time. And I don't have that time, like I am not eating emotionally, but I have like this thought, like this is holy season and gunjias are like I have gunjias and I munch that just because I know that I will have only till 15-20 days, and otherwise I will not eat it for whole year. So what is this connection with food, seasonal food? I just binge on that because I will not get it after 1 or 2 months. What is that eating called? Is it also emotional?
So it's basically eating for environmental reasons. But can we get back to your question in the question and hour round, the last 20 minutes of this session?
Okay.
And as you said, the first part that you said, ki music is your comfort and talking to a friend is comfort. Do you usually do that when you want to stress eat, or when you want to just go for some food?
No, I generally don't eat. Don't do that because it is a time taking process.
Yeah.
And eating a chocolate is very easy. And I don't munch the whole chocolate. I just have 1 or 2 cubes. That will enough for me. So that I think that justifies.
Can you write 2 to 3 of these things in your notepad as well? Because when we write it, we reinforce it. So
I wrote this music and talk on phone. Anything else you want me to write?
No, anything that works for you.
Okay.
Definitely write something that you think you can do. Like next time, do you think, Ritu ma'am, that you can do this instead of going towards eating?
Yeah, I can go for the walk also.
Perfect. I think we'll take Ishita's share now.
So I think like to start from the first question is like this happens to me on Friday nights when like I'm done with work, and just to mark that thing, okay, like now I can switch off my brain for the next 2.5 days and just have fun. And let's say if I have some plans of going out or doing something fun on the weekend, so just to get rid of that burdened and stressed environment, like I probably order something from outside. So that is one thing. And like what I'm feeling is like, yeah, like have been working for the last 45 or 50 hours in the week, and just getting out of it is what I'm actually feeling. And to enjoy a moment now, like Friday night hai aaj, so like I can have this and that, whatever, that is what I'm actually feeling. So I'm looking for more fun in the next 2 days maybe. And I think what I could have done is like, so I've been doing these classes with Jessica since last 2 months, like almost 1.5 months now. So yeah, I've been keeping check on what I'm eating. So last night what I did was like, I did not order anything. I just had ghar ka khana and I watched a movie after that. So before, like prior to these classes, what I would do is I would eat the junk food with the movie. So I did not do that. I had my food in time yesterday and then I watched a movie. So I think that was quite some shift. The other things that I could have done is probably played some music and, just had some fun by myself or just talk to a friend. So that's probably my observation.
Perfect. So basically, weekends where you wanted some fun, so you used to turn towards food. But maybe with the classes, maybe with adding the extra exercise in the week, you added some fun in the week, which probably made sure ki weekend pe binge eating now. Can I summarize it in this way?
Yeah, probably because like I've been coming from a background where I used to do a lot of movement, like So yeah, I actually look forward to that 1 hour in the entire day when I'm actually moving my body, sweating it out and everything. So even that, yeah. So yeah, other thing could have been actually if I just join a dance class and that's happening for like 1 week a day, or even some fitness or yoga movement classes happening 1 week, like 1 hour for the whole week. That would be something that can, that channelize my feelings. So, yeah.
Perfect. Something that also happened with Ankita in Iran example. She realized she wanted to spend more time with nature. Perfect, Ishita. You understood ki wo solution, matlab, why you're able to find the solution. Plus, you found one more solution. You need to find a dance or a yoga movement class. You don't need to fight. You just want to join. Okay. Perfect. I think we'll take Shweta's like,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
we'll.
Hello,
Thank you, Shubha.
Jessica. When I am too much stressed, I like to spend my time with yoga mats. When I am not able to do even yoga, then I switch to chocolate ice cream. Most of the time, I spend my time with yoga. I love to do yoga when I am too much stressed. I try to do much and much more yoga that day.
But the days you're not able to do yoga, maybe you want that.
Even if that day, I try to give me relax from that stress. I eat chocolate ice cream.
Here, I would just ask you like two questions here. One question: how do you think you can incorporate more yoga for yourself in your weeks, your months? Second question: maybe in that movement, क्योंकि आपको पता है, maybe you're not able to, if you're not able to incorporate more yoga because of maybe a lifestyle, busy lifestyle or whatever. Is there anything else that you can do which is quick for yourself? 5 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah, I go for a walk. I start listening music and go for a walk for 1 or 2 hours.
So, do you think you can do that next time?
I do regularly whenever whenever I am stressed, I do, especially that day. I have to do walk.
Perfect. I think Shweta Adholia, you also wanted to share. I think we'll take this last share and then we'll move ahead.
Yes, thanks, Shubhangi. As stress buster, yes, walking in nature helps, but now the weather is very hot in Hyderabad, and sometimes in monsoon May, so it becomes a little depressing also. So what I do is to distract myself from sad thoughts, I read a romantic novel or watch a romantic show or now watch a comedy show. Because I don't want to, disturb my mind more by watching those addictive crime or actions series. So that's how I de-stress myself. And I also want to ask one thing, something which Ritu mentioned कि season के हिसाब से festival के हिसाब से जो हम खाना खाते हैं. So, that happiness with the family, enjoying those food with family and friends, festival wala, for example, does that does eating with happy environment and happy environment also included in the category of emotional eating?
Yeah, so thanks for sharing, Shweta. And I think the first part that you mentioned was that you like to watch romantic movies or read a romantic novel or a comedy movie when you're stressed. I just want to question you back that is that something you do when you want to eat emotionally, or is that something you do when you're just stressed in general?
When I'm when I'm feeling tired, work say,
Yeah.
or if I had a small argument with my spouse, then I watch romantic movies and then I feel happy.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
I approach it positively with my spouse.
Okay. Can you do it in the moment you want to just indulge in something emotionally? You want to eat something emotionally. Would this be one of the things you'd like to do? That you want to just order something in, but okay, you just watch a movie instead. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this could be one of these two could be your nourishment menu. And moving on to the next thing that you asked. So we will take up question and answers, but I'll just give you a little idea that yes, happiness eating is also part of emotional eating. And we will take this up and we've noted it down, and we'll take both your questions in the question and answer round.
Thank you.
Thank you. Should we move ahead, Jessica?
Yeah, definitely.
So we've discussed abhi stressed eating, sadness eating, anxious eating. Let's move on to talk about cravings. Sometimes we tend to confuse cravings with emotional eating, but I'll give you a little clarity that craving is not exactly emotional eating, because you're not maybe necessarily trying to solve a problem with a food, but here you have a strong urge to eat a very particular certain kind of food, and you feel like अगर ये नहीं खाया तो पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, अभी मुझे मोमोज ही खाने हैं, अभी मुझे वो ही चाहिए, लाइक यू नो वो चीज केक ही इस टाइम मेरे को सेटिस्फाई करेगा, क्रंची चिप्स ही चाहिए, ओनली दैट कैन सेटिस्फाई मी. So this is craving. This is not emotional eating. This is a craving. And we'll talk about a few ways to deal with this. इसकी strategies थोड़ी सी different हैं. The first thing you can do is give your cravings a time out. 5-10 minutes, just sit with your urge. Don't take any action. मतलब chewing से related कोई action मत लो, कुछ खाने मत लग जाओ, decision impulsively नहीं लेना कि okay, you feel like eating something and you just order it quickly. Just sit with the discomfort for 5-10 minutes and then make a decision in the next 10 minutes कि अच्छा ठीक है, I've given myself 10 minutes. Now I will make a rational decision कि मुझे ये क्यों चाहिए, खाना भी है कि नहीं खाना. And then ठीक है, go ahead. Even if you still feel like eating, go ahead. But don't make an impulsive decision. Give yourself a chance to make a rational decision. So the first would be that. The second thing would be choose an activity that doesn't involve chewing. This basically would be a little 15 to 20 minute activity where you can just occupy yourself or distract yourself. Like maybe you can just go clean a cupboard. Maybe you can go just clean your phone camera roll, or you can just reply to a few emails. So these could be things that you've set for yourself कि कभी भी मेरे को craving होगी तो मैं पहले ये एक 15-20 minutes का काम complete करूंगी, and then I will see if I want that food or no. The reason behind this is usually a craving goes down in 15-20 minutes because a craving is more psychological rather instead of it being physical. So अगर सिर्फ psychological है, अगर सिर्फ एक strong urge है, it usually can go down in 15 to 20 minutes अगर खुद को distract कर लिया तो. So this is also something that you can do and think for yourself कि क्या चीजें आप कर सकते हो. The third thing would be eating the right foods during the day. Usually क्या होता है, when we are in that diet mindset, we tell ourselves कि नहीं healthy पूरा दिन बस healthy खाना है, कम खाना है. तो end of the day you end up craving something because enough food ही नहीं दिया body को पूरा दिन, enough energy ही नहीं दी body को पूरा दिन. And when your stomach is not full, your nutrients are not met, your nutrition is not met, you will definitely crave for some food. So eating the right foods during the day is also a great way to avoid any midnight cravings. Because, if you're eating good, your stomach will be full and your nutrition will be met. The fourth thing here would be indulge in your craving, but make it a little difficult. For example, a lot of you said कि potato chips अच्छे लगते हैं. But instead of ordering those potato chips from outside, why not make them yourself? Give yourself the task कि खाने हैं potato chips, but बना के खाऊंगी. डोमिनोज पिज्जा की क्रेविंग हो रही है, बट डोमिनोज ऑर्डर नहीं करेंगे, मे बी जाके खाएंगे या लेके आऊंगी. तो यू मेक इट अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट फॉर योरसेल्फ. इस प्रोसेस में क्या होगा, आधी बार आप सोचोगे अरे यार ठीक है छोड़ो, अब कौन बनाएगा, जो बना हुआ है वही खा लेते हैं. जब बाहर जाएंगे उस दिन ही डोमिनोज खा लेंगे, आज अब लेके कौन आएगा. तो आपने उस दिन एटलीस्ट नहीं खाया, आपका उस दिन का खाना डिले हो गया. सो दैट कुड बी वन ऑफ द थिंग्स यू कैन डू. And I'll hand it over to Jessica for the next part. Only a little is left.
Yeah, and maybe before that, I'll just also cover quickly about the happiness thing that we have been talking about. Guys, definitely food gives us happiness, and specifically all the processed foods, या गुजिया, जिसकी भी आप लोग बात कर रहे हैं, they are scientifically made that we probably want to eat them extra. अभी आप सब लोग kitchen में काम करते हो, and there are three things: salt, फैट, शुगर। चीनी डाल दो एक्स्ट्रा, घी डाल दो एक्स्ट्रा, या फिर नमक डाल दो एक्स्ट्रा, कोई भी चीज एक्स्ट्रा टेस्टी बन जाएगी। एंड नो सरप्राइज, फूड मैन्युफैक्चरर्स नो दिस and they want to sell their products, and that is the reason whatever processed foods or whatever meetha or whatever namkeen that we get out there is made in a way that you overeat. So first of all, shift that blame कि भाई मुझसे कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा, to किसी से कंट्रोल नहीं होगा, because it is made in that way. Okay, so that is the reason कि हम लोग उसे कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते. Definitely what can help here, the first step is awareness, and then various other things that we have been talking about, the strategies. So definitely क्योंकि हमें पता है हमें लाइफ में हैप्पीनेस चाहिए, जब भी सैडनेस आएगा कुछ आएगा, so we want to go towards those processed foods because they give us instant happiness. Maybe you try and sort out to those things when the strategies that we've talked about, whenever you want to probably have those extra processed foods. And सबसे बड़ी बात है, गुजिया खानी है तो डेफिनेटली खा सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट जब भूख लग रही है तो खा लो. अभी दूसरी खानी है, उसकी भूख है तो खा लो. अभी अगर दूसरी की भूख नहीं है तो जब नेक्स्ट टाइम भूख लगे तब खा लो, तो ऐसे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. यू डोंट हैव टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट योरसेल्फ. So you'll also guys, now you'll understand ki why we are constantly saying don't restrict yourself, don't restrict yourself. So even if any of these strategies, emotional eating की strategies या फिर craving की strategies doesn't work for you, आप कह रहे हो मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा, मेरे को खाना है वो ब्राउनी तो मुझे वो खाना है, then I want to tell you, give yourself unconditional permission to eat whatever you want and eat it guilt free. Guilt free here is very important because, let me move ahead, because guilty eating is actually making you eat more. Now, how is this happening? I'm again going to go back to Ankita and I'm going to explain this to you, that how guilty eating is actually making you eat more with the help of a guilt trap. Abhi, again, maybe she was feeling sad, या शायद हम लोग अभी रितु मैम का एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं, इसको लड्डू की जगह गुजिया मान लेते हैं, ठीक है. So अंकिता की मम्मी गुजिया बना रही है and she loves गुजिया and होली सीजन है and उसने वो गुजिया एक ली and वो खाती है and obviously वो बहुत टेस्टी है, but the second moment only, like really like 10 seconds later, उसे गिल्ट आ जाता है कि यार मैंने ये क्यों खा ली, इसमें तो बहुत सारी कैलोरीज थी, मैं मोटी हो जाऊंगी. गिल्ट आ गया. अभी गिल्ट के लिए हैप्पीनेस चाहिए, फिर से हैप्पीनेस क्या है, सेकंड गुजिया, बहुत खुशी मिली उससे खा के, बट देन अगेन यार मैंने और खा लिया, मैं अगेन मोटी हो जाऊंगी, क्यों खाया मैंने, बट देन अगेन आई वांट हैप्पीनेस, आई टेक द थर्ड गुजिया. और ऐसे मम्मी ने 10 गुजिया बनाई थी, मैंने 10 खा ली एंड आई एम नॉट इवन फीलिंग हैप्पी अबाउट व्हाटएवर आई एट, और मैंने पूरा खा भी लिया. नाउ हियर आई वांट यू टू चैलेंज योरसेल्फ, unconditional permission to eat, plus also a perspective here. What if Ankita had the first gujia with all her happiness and really enjoyed it? Don't you think कि वो उतना ही quantity लेती जितना उसे चाहिए होता और वो खुश भी होती उससे? Yeah. So definitely you don't want to eat with guilt, plus you don't want to consider yourself as a bad person for eating any of the processed food in such a situation. Even if you end up eating, I want you to be self-compassionate to yourself. मतलब अगर आज मुझसे गलती हो जाती है and if I go to my best friend, she will not be like यार तू पागल है, तू लूसर है, तुझे अंदर self control ही नहीं है, तू एकदम useless है. Rather she will be someone who will be saying कि यार कुछ नहीं होता, अगर हो गया तो क्यों हुआ है and how do you think you can make it better. So definitely, even if after using the whole strategies you're not able to control yourself, first of all allow yourself unconditional permission to eat it, because तब आप actually में उसे enjoy करोगे, you will be able to take that pleasure out of it. Plus after having that, just take feedback from the whole instance that happened. क्यों हुआ, कैसे हुआ, and how can I make it better the next time. Plus, if you're someone, I would like to end it here. If you're someone कि आपको हफ्ते में 10 बारी emotional eating हो रहा है, तो you know the strategies that we have given you, maybe you apply them and वो 10 की जगह 8 out of 10 हो गया. आपने सिर्फ 8 time given करा, 2 बारी नहीं किया, right? So eventually when you keep working on that, you will reach to 3 or 4 out of 10. we also don't want you to force yourself to go in 0 out of 10. That is not an ideal situation. We all are emotional human beings. We all have social connections. We all want to feel happiness from food. So do not force yourself to go to 0 out of 10. Thoda sa kam ho raha hai, we're definitely progressing. And also, I would want to end it here with a very general message, which is कि over the years, the fitness industry has been messaging us, the nutrition, the diet industry has been messaging us that you need to be hard on yourself. You need to push yourself extra in the gym to look fit, to feel fit. But believe me, fitness is here to make your life easier, to make you feel fitter, not only to make you feel fitter physically, but also emotionally and mentally. And अगर आपको लगता है कि आप एक ऐसे fitness path पर हो जो आपको शायद physically fit तो कर रहा है, but emotionally and mentally you're feeling very bogged down by whatever pressures you have, or maybe not eating something या फिर extra workout करने का. So believe me, you're not in the right hands. Maybe I would request you to choose coaches or find someone who can help you in the right direction. Because right now, fitness industry has really upgraded and we all want to help you in a holistic manner. Yeah, Shweta Dolia says agree. Okay. And also I'd like to end this by saying that we guys, Bangi and I, offer nutrition programs for all of you, which can help you to lose weight, but definitely with not the diet mentality. We rather want to approach your weight loss program with a lot more sustainable approach. We talk about emotional eating, we talk about hunger, we talk about a lot of things which are not there in a simple and basic diet plan. If any one of you would be interested, we will definitely want you to get connected to us. And we are probably also planning to start another one in the next week. And I hope you all got some value out of the whole masterclass. Plus, if you have any questions, we are open to that. And guys, I answer the question of happiness and Gujia. If you have any other questions, then Ritu ma'am and yeah, you can definitely raise your hand and then we can go ahead. And if you want to share anything, koi takeaway, we were definitely here to listen to you guys. Over
Or
to
if
you.
anybody wants to share their instances that they've written on their paper and we couldn't take their shares, then we're open to that as well.
Yes. Anything. Now it's your time to speak, people. Shivangi, you want to add anything?
I think we'll take the happiness walai then first.
I think I've kind of tried to cover it.
Yeah, but are you satisfied, Ritu ma'am and
yeah, you guys? Shweta, you have some.
Yeah.
Jessica, I want to know, means मैंने अपना weight loss किया बहुत, ठीक है, तो मेरे उसके बाद से मेरे अंदर एक अजीब सा ऑब्सेशन सा हो गया, अगर 1 kg भी बढ़ता है तो अरे क्यों बढ़ गया, अरे क्यों बढ़ गया, मुझे ये नहीं खाना, उस चक्कर में मैं कुछ ज्यादा ही खा लेती हूँ कभी कभी. तो ऐसा होता है क्या, हम जब उसको अपने माइंड में ऐसा फिक्स जैसा कर देते कि अरे हमारा वेट नहीं बढ़ना चाहिए.
जैसे कि मैंने आपको बोला, अभी आपने खुद ही बोल दिया कि जब मेरा वेट बढ़ जाता है तो मैं परेशान हो जाती हूँ और फिर मैं और खा लेती हूँ. तो जैसे खुद में ही नोटिस करा कि जैसे आपने गिल्ट लाया अराउंड ईटिंग, आपका गया. और वही हमने अभी गुजिया के केस में डिस्कस करा कि जैसे ही आप गिल्ट लाओगे अराउंड ईटिंग, आपको उसे पैसिफाई करना है विद फूड अगेन एंड देन यू विल अगेन गो बैक टू ईटिंग. तो अगर बढ़ गया तो कैसे बढ़ा ये सोचो. आई एम श्योर कहीं ना कहीं आपने शायद एक्स्ट्रा खाना खाया होगा या फिर शायद आपकी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी डाउन हो गई होगी उस वजह से. एंड देन वर्क ऑन इट रादर देन फीलिंग गिल्टी अबाउट इट.
I'd like to add something here. आपने स्टार्टिंग में ये बोला कि आपने वेट लूज किया तो अब आप ज्यादा खाने का मन करता है. Is that what you said?
वेट लॉस किया तो उसके बाद एक माइंड में ऑब्सेशन लग गया, अच्छा मुझे ये मेंटेन करके रखना है. और किसी रीजन से मेरा मतलब फिजिकल एक्टिविटी कुछ लो जाता है, वेट 1/2 kg और 1 kg अप एंड डाउन होने लगता है. आप डाउन हो तो ठीक है, अगर अप हो गया तो मुझे लगता है कि अरे मैं कुछ ज्यादा खा रही हूँ तो मुझे कम खाना है, उस चक्कर में ज्यादा खा लेती हूँ.
हाँ, तो देन वही वो गिल्टी ईटिंग ही है, आप गिल्ट ट्रैप में फंस रहे हो. हाँ जी, iPhone is next. iPhone is Khushbu, I think.
Yes. Actually, my question is, how much healthy is unhealthy? I'll be honest that except Golgappas, I am not into like, okay, I like raw vegetables and fruits. मैं generally दिन में वही खाती हूँ. And I am more into, okay, I don't like any, I'm not addicted to coffee, tea, pizza, burger. I don't even remember मैंने last time कब खाया था pizza, burger, pasta. But again, कुछ like how much healthy I would say it's unhealthy. Like, okay, every time you're eating healthy food, like रात को salad खा लिया, मतलब, and I'm like a early to bed वाला person, like 7:30 मेरा dinner time होता है 7:30. But again, like, yes, मतलब, how much healthy is unhealthy? Yes.
मतलब I want to understand your question first. कि are you trying to ask कि मैं ज्यादा healthy सब कुछ कर रही हूँ but फिर भी वो
Exactly. I think I am not that bad in when it comes to food habits because जैसे सबकी craving है यहाँ पे गोलगप्पास को छोड़ के बाकी ये ब्राउनी केक्स बिस्किट्स कुकीज कॉफी चाय इनफैक्ट इसकी भी नहीं है मेरे को crave नहीं होता मुझे क्रेव कभी लाइक एक्सेप्शनल होता है जब मैं बहुत बीमार हूँ देन आई फील लाइक हैविंग अ कप ऑफ टी एंड वो कभी हुआ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. सो मुझे ऐसा मेरे को जानना है कि ओके I'm not having that bad habits when it comes to food. तो या तो ये तो नहीं है कि like I don't know, I'm not getting like ज्यादा हेल्दी खाना भी क्या गलत होता है?
I think I can help you give some guidelines. आप देखना if that can help you. And in detail तो I think आपका exactly lifestyle पता चलेगा only then I can pinpoint. But so one of the things is हम usually underestimate करते हैं वो portions को जो हम खा रहे होते हैं या the kind of food we are eating. पहली चीज तो ये है. The second, because ऐसा नहीं है कि you're eating घर का खाना and घर का खाना कितना भी खा लो तो weight gain नहीं होगा. Weight gain की ना बड़ी एक technical सी equation है कि if you're eating more and burning less, you will gain weight. अब eating more में वो burger भी हो सकता है and eating more में वो घर की 2 रोटी भी हो सकती है. Like it can be home cooked food and you can still be gaining weight. So the first thing is that कि are we underestimating कि मैं खा तो घर का रही हूँ but कितना खा रही हूँ, कितने frequency and कितने portions आप खा रहे हो, पहले तो आप ये check करो. The second thing you can check is कि what are your physical activity levels. उसको भी कभी कभी हम ओवर एस्टिमेट कर रहे होते उसको हम ओवर एस्टिमेट कर रहे होते हैं कभी कभी कि ओके आई एम डूइंग इनफ, मैं 1 घंटा 2 घंटा वर्कआउट भी कर रही हूँ बट पूरा दिन बैठ रही हूँ लेट रही हूँ कुछ मूव अराउंड नहीं कर रही. तो कभी कभी ये भी होता है. यू नीड टू सी कि आपका ओवरऑल मूवमेंट ओवरऑल एक्टिविटी लेवल कितना है. द थर्ड थिंग आई वुड से कि ईटिंग द राइट काइंड्स ऑफ फूड. घर का खाना खा रहे हो बट कभी कभी मैंने लोगों का बहुत क्लाइंट्स का ये देखा है कि दे आर ईटिंग जस्ट पराठा विद अचार, दैट इज देयर मील. आप हंसे हो शायद इस पे तो इज दैट
No, I'm not fond of paranthas too.
Okay. Even if it's just roti and मतलब if we don't know कि complete meal कैसे खाना है, it could be roti. हम सोच रहे हो सकते हैं मैं तो फुल्का खाती हूँ, कुछ unhealthy नहीं है इसमें. But अगर आप correct amount of सब्जी, correct amount of raw veggies, correct amount of protein and correct amount of carbs and fats पूरी तरह से complete meal बना के नहीं खा रहे हो, तो भी आपको कोई benefits नहीं मिलेंगे उस खाने के. मतलब obviously then आपका वो result नहीं achieve होगा जो आप चाह रहे हो. एंड द फोर्थ थिंग इज कंसिस्टेंसी. अगर आप एक मील अच्छा खा भी रहे होंगे ना, आई थिंक हमारी ना ये टेंडेंसी है कि हम एक मील यूजुअली लंच हम बहुत अच्छे से खाते हैं जिसमें दाल भी होती है, सब्जी, राइस, दही, सब कुछ होता है. हम सोचते हैं हम तो बहुत ही अच्छा खाते हैं बट वी डोंट रियलाइज कि कितने मील्स अच्छे खा रहे हैं हम. कंसिस्टेंटली नहीं खा रहे ना. ब्रेकफास्ट में हमने कुछ भी चलता फिरता खा लिया, हमने पोहा खा लिया, पोहा इज नॉट बैड बट करेक्ट मील क्या उसको बना के खाया, डिड वी ऐड द राइट थिंग्स टू इट एंड मेक इट अ कंप्लीट मील. तो ये कंसिस्टेंसी इज ऑल्सो समथिंग जहाँ कभी कभी हम लैक कर जाते हैं. हमें लगता है वी आर डूइंग एवरीथिंग राइट बट वी मे नॉट बी डूइंग इट कंसिस्टेंटली. So I think these are the 4 guidelines I'd like to give you, and if Jessica would like to add something here she can add.
No, I think it was good and basic मतलब घर या healthy खाना is not equal to weight loss. For weight loss, you need to be in a calorie deficit, and calorie deficit can also be combination of maybe 70-80% of healthy khana plus unhealthy khana. Calorie deficit is needed. घर का खाना does not ensure calorie deficit. Yeah. So guys, guys, Bobby, did the masterclass help you to deal with emotional eating? Were you able to understand how you can deal with your feelings? Yeah, Shefali.
Yes, I think I got a very fair idea of what is emotional eating and what is craving. And I like while I was writing, I kind of figured out what was the reason that I was emotional, why I was emotionally eating, or why I just felt that there is a need of me to just
You
fill
can
those
share.
gaps. Actually, I have recently got promoted like 2 years back before COVID, and there was a lot of pressure onto me, and I did not have any bosses around me to to guide me through things, and I was just I was just out there working, but I never got any appreciation, and I am not the kind of a person who never got appreciated because like constantly since the time I've started working, I've always got some awards or something or the other, but it's just that from past previous 2 3 years my work has not been acknowledged as much as it used to be. So I think I do give a lot of time to work, but as soon as I come home, I just feel the need of you know something
Appreciation.
like just something that so that I don't cook. No, I've realized this, that I don't cook as much as I used to, and I love cooking. It is one of the things that keeps me going, and cleaning is one of the things that is a mandate for me. So it is not like it is a basic routine for me. So it's not that when you said that in the nourishment menu you should write things that you can get involved in and maybe get distracted from, but the things that I've written is actually something that I'm already doing. But that gap that I know that there is something that is still bothering me, and because of that I keep on going back to emotional eating.
Maybe you need to do more of them.
Yes, could be, but the things that I've written, that it actually involves a lot of physical presence rather than just being sitting, because I cannot sit idle. I just cannot. So yeah, I will get there slowly.
I'm so happy that you could understand that emotional eating is so much more than just that packet of chips. It goes deep down inside. And really brave of you to being able to introspect that in just about half an hour. Share.
Yeah.
Much Shefali for being brave. Akanksha, I'd like to take your share.
I have a question. For cravings and emotional eating, I have tried this sometime, like taking a time out or doing something. But then there's a reverse guilt. Like in my mind, it's always going that craving is still there, somewhere in the back end. And I'm thinking am I doing too much just to avoid eating a bite?
Yeah.
Like what to do in that scenario? Because it's why am I going to such lengths just to avoid eating a bite of chocolate or something like that? And it's always
First of all, did you try giving yourself unconditional permission to eat?
Later on, yes. After that craving is not resolved, yes. I stop at 1 or 2 bites only, but if I am trying to avoid it for a long time, so that reverse guilt comes in.
Plus,
Why
we said that emotional eating and cravings are natural. We all are human beings. And वो हमने बोला ही नहीं कि उसे 0 करना है, वो 3 or 4 out of 10 हो सकता है. Plus, initially हमने बोला था कि वो definitely हो सकता है. When it's too much, it might give you health issues like weight gain, indigestion. So if for you, your emotional eating is giving you health issues, then it's something that you need to address. If your emotional eating is not giving you health issues, then it's not a problem for you and you just don't need to even deal with it. A lot of people are healthy and they emotionally eat and they have the right weight. So उनके लिए वो problem ही नहीं है. So Shubhangi, what do you want to add to it?
Sorry, I was just writing the message in the chat box.
No problem. So
Yeah.
do you understand, Akanksha, what I'm trying to say is you're asking ki, what lengths do I go? You answer yourself, why are you even going to those lengths?
When she was asking the question at that time, something came to my mind. The last thing we say is if nothing works or if you don't want to do anything and you feel कि यार चाहिए आज तो मुझे एक piece of chocolate, then indulge ना, then indulge without guilt. कभी कभी चाहिए होता है, it's a small thing, you want it. It's when it's a problem, only then you address it. If it's not a problem and if it's not hampering any of your goals, then why make it a problem? कि अरे पहले इसका solution निकालते हैं, दिक्कत ही नहीं है वो. If you're that aware and you know you want it, then go for it.
Understood. That helps. Thank you.
How does that help, Akaksha?
That helps. That like, I think next time it's better to identify कि actually वो craving है कि जिसके लिए you need to do something, या फिर it will be there after 10 minutes also. So why the why, what you said, right, starting में why समझना is more important.
Yeah, it is. Anyone else? Anyone wants to share? Shweta, you still have.
Ishita has unmuted herself, I think twice. I've noticed her.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was just relating to what
She's my former president.
Former president?
You are my former president.
We both are each other's former presidents. Okay, go ahead.
Like what Akanksha was saying, just like, I am somebody who's never had guilt about eating. I don't know why that is, but like I used to be a professional dancer like 2-3 years back. So like for a lot, like major part of my life, I have been into physical activity. So 7 to 8 hours a day, I was just moving myself, and so there was never any guilt around eating. Okay, like even there, like I don't not used to eat a lot of junk, but abhi bhi, like I never felt guilt until unless I put on a lot of weight. So now that I've started working out again, now I like to keep a check. But even if I'm eating something, okay, like जैसे घर पे कुछ बनता है, mom will give me a choice. Do you want to have pasta or do you want dal? And let's have dal. Pasta we'll have maybe on Sunday or Saturday. So, but if on a Sunday and Saturday I'm eating that, I'm not like, putting myself in guilt. Like, खा लिया तो खा लिया, it's fine. So that is all, like she was saying that a bite of chocolate or something, रात को I do feel like, I want to have something like at least one bite of a sweet and then go to bed maybe. So initially it used to be like a whole piece of some sweet or half a chocolate, and I just switched to one piece of chocolate. So, but I don't feel guilty about any of it. So I think that's my takeaway from here also, that I think progress is progress. From half to one bite, it's fine. I think potato chips was something that I used to eat a lot, and I don't eat it at all. I don't know, it just went away itself. Nothing that I've actually worked on, but I just stopped eating it one day and it's gone. So yeah, I think, and a lot of your pointers as to how we can actually involve our thought process into eating is something that is like something I did not even think about, that we can do something like that. So that has been really helpful, and I think I'll be able to incorporate it better from tomorrow or today. Today is Saturday, so maybe from tomorrow.
Perfect. To know, and matlab, not everyone has a problem of emotional eating. So yeah, we don't want to feel this topic just came into existence. It was never there. Only when food caused people to weight gain, food caused people a lot of problems. So definitely, and if you don't have guilt around it, uske baare mein socho bhi mat. Don't be guilty about not having guilt around it. Please. Yeah. Okay. Guys, any other shares or are we good?
Shweta wants to share something, Jessica.
Okay. She's not here.
Hello, Jessica. Your session is very good. It just give me an idea how can I deal with my stress. From next time, whenever I feel stressed, instead of sweet carving or means stressful eating, I will try to do something which will give me happiness. Yes, I think that will work much more than eating.
That's a great takeaway. Thank you for sharing, Shweta.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I'm missing someone who shared initially na कि if she has a fight with her son or she scolds her son, तो वो आके room में she likes that piece of chocolate. उनसे मेरा पूछने का मन था कि what would she do in such a situation? उनका nourishment menu I wanted to know, but I think she's left.
Shifali, you want to share anything?
No, not really. But the session really helped.
Perfect.
Because even
Ayushi.
I was not aware that even if I call for a cheesecake and I just want to have it, though there is a lot of thought process that comes to my head, I eat it and I feel very guilty, but then I have to reward. It's just like, maybe others are not motivating me, or others are not acknowledging what I'm doing. It's just that I need to acknowledge it. And if I don't order it, I just feel angry and agitated, like, why can't I have it? So yeah, I don't think it is a very healthy practice, but yeah, slowly we'll get there.
Yeah. It's a very long process to build like the right relationship with food. So don't force yourself. It will take time.
Yeah.
Ayushi.
But one good thing is that, yeah, since I've joined your class, I'm not having tea twice a day. I'm having tea once a day, and also I'm not having a lot of sugar. I've switched to jaggery powder, and yeah, there are a lot of good changes that are happening. So I'm not I think I've come a long way.
Very good. We are proud of you. And definitely adding exercise just, puts you in the first gear lag jata hai.
Exactly. I agree.
It helps. Definitely. Ma'am. आप आज late नहीं थे आयुषी. Wow.
Yeah, I was all ready. For me, I really wanted to understand the emotional aspect of it. And also, another takeaway that I have is that I think the need, a need that is unmet. For example, from her case, the need for recognition and appreciation. Since that need is lacking, that is not met, so we feel deprived and we want to meet that need through food. And that has also happened with me in the past. So yeah, I think that's where the need for the comfort food also comes from. So yeah, just two great takeaways. Any need which is unmet, which we are trying to meet through food, and emotional turmoil, whatever is happening inside, and then just having to sit and actually address why are we feeling activated inside? What is it that we want to address first? So
Nice.
yeah.
I think we have more explanation emotionally and deep thoughts. I'm very good. Nice.
Yeah, just those two things. And the nourishment menu, this is very helpful. I used to do that जब बहुत पहले आपने एक बार consultation की थी. So then I realized okay, for example, walk in the nature or going for a drive really helps me calm down and feel better. But I stopped taking all of those things into account. So I just made a nourishment menu, and that should help.
Yeah, and you need to see what kind of environment helps you to stick to that nourishment menu. A long-term change in life, but what kind of environment sets me up that really can do the things that I want to do in the nourishment menu. A lot of times we know what we want to do, but because of the stresses, we're not able to. So why not just work on those stresses ongoing, in a way. Just a thought.
Also, I have a very small question about environmental eating, how somebody said ki gujia ka bhi season hai, Holi festival, you are tempted. So how to deal with that? The chocolate रख रही है आते जाते हुए घर में कहीं और मिठाई दिख रही है. So how to stop ourselves from just taking a bite? Should we just be remove such cues from the environment?
I'll take this.
Yeah, I'll add to this because I have something to say, but you start.
Okay, perfect. So basically, जैसे हमने बोला, first of all, these things are made in a way so that we overeat. Plus, one more thing, biologically, which happens with us is कि even before मुझे physically hungry feel होगा ना, even if I'm not physically feeling hungry, even if I see pop of colors on food, or even if I smell the food, or even when you're talking about chips, our brain sends a signal to our stomach to start preparing for eating, even when I'm not physically hungry. Awareness about this really can help. So being that food, आपको भूख नहीं लगी है, पर वो signal send कर देता कि आपको वो चाहिए. But that's like a fake physically being hungry signal to your body. So definitely being aware about that, and to help this, setting the environment around you right. क्योंकि अगर आप अपने घर में box of gujias, box of processed foods, box of cakes, extra मतलब processed foods रखोगे, this is like a rule, you or someone you love or someone you marginally tolerate, which is my brother in my case, will eventually eat it. So, and if you keep healthy foods around you, which is like maybe you have fruits, nuts, all of that around you, then you or someone you love or marginally tolerate will definitely have it, because signals send out there.
Got it.
I'll add something here, something we always say, something we always tell our clients, and Jessica's forgetting that right now. Even if you want to eat it, let's say it's gujia and it's holy season, you want to eat it. You eat it, but you don't eat it out of the box. That's one of the biggest things that we do. कि चलते फिरते अगर किचन तक गए एंड वहां मिठाई रखी दिख गई तो भाई वहीं से एक पीस उठाया एंड खा लिया, फिर वॉक अराउंड करते करते फिर पहुंच गए, वी पिक अप हाफ ऑफ इट एंड वी आर लाइक चलो आधा और खा लिया. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. यही प्रॉब्लम आती है कि हम दिन में पता नहीं कितना खा लेते हैं, हमें रियलाइज नहीं होता. इस सिचुएशन में यू सर्व इट टू योर सेल्फ इन अ प्लेट. आराम से लेकर अपने गुजिया को बैठो अपने प्लेट में एंड खुद को परमिशन दो वो खाने की. And एक चीज और, another thing that Jessica mentioned earlier was that eat it when you're hungry ना. Just अभी खाना खाया है और गुजिया रखी है तो ठीक है चलो खा लो. किससे छुप रहे हैं, लाइक किससे छुपाना है हमें, किससे छुप रहे हैं हम कि अरे चलो खा लेती हूँ. खा लो आराम से. नेक्स्ट 2 घंटे बाद 3 घंटे बाद जब भी नेक्स्ट टाइम भूख लगेगी तब अपना स्नैकिंग में खा लो गुजिया, बिकॉज घर में रखी है. एंड प्लेट में लेके आराम से खाओ तो ऐसा नहीं लगता कि ओ वी आर डूइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग, आधा और खा लेते हैं, एक और चलते फिरते खा लेते हैं. खा रहे हैं, फुल परमिशन के साथ खा रहे हैं. तो या जस्ट ईट व्हेन यू आर हंग्री, सर्व इट टू योरसेल्फ एंड ईट इट आराम से, एंजॉय करके, खुशी के साथ.
Yeah, those are very good points. Yeah, very good takeaways. Thank you.
Thank you for this question. It was a good question. How much eating dry fruits is healthy? This is Shweta. If she was with us, she would know कि हमारा how much और ये सब कभी नहीं होता है. Do we want to take this? यहाँ healthy fats.
I think it's good enough. So anything else, guys? Anyone wants to share? Or I think we're good to go. I think you guys enjoyed. Palak, Shifali, we've talked to Simran. Rashi, is that Minnie? Okay.
Palak, you have a share, you have a question, anything?
I think we're only left with us. So if you guys can open up your videos, show us our beautiful faces, and we'll have a nice screenshot. We'll have a nice picture. Oh. कर लो एक और बारी अपना hair band. Okay. I lost it. Yeah. I think Shweta, you can switch on. आपने हमसे बहुत बातें करी है. Okay. Can you take a screenshot?
I'm taking one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Sorry.
भांगी भूल गई.
गलत बटन प्रेस कर दिया. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. We're really happy that you're here and hope you gained some.
Palak, I think, unmuted herself. You want to say something?
I just wanted to say that this session actually helped a lot, since I did realize कि कहाँ पे I was lacking and how I could differentiate between the craving and the eating. Of times होता है ऐसा कि you're confusing the two, and then both the times you're feeling very guilty at the end of it. At least वो मेरे साथ तो definitely होता है. So I'll keep these points handy now and see what's coming up for me. The major reason that I've found out for the emotional eating is at least कि I do feel anxious mostly. That's when it comes up for me. I want to calm myself down, pacify myself. So उस वजह से I think it does happen.
Yeah.
So which is why I'll refer the nourishment menu going forward.
Were you able to create one for yourself? 2-3 things, were you able to write them down?
Yeah, actually I did. Yeah.
Your expression says like it's a long list.
No, it's not a long list. It's not that. It's just that cheeses do them, but sometimes they're not really the key for it. You know, they do help, but उस situation में नहीं हो पाता है. So I do have a few points कि अच्छा ठीक है, I might want to listen to music, and बाकी सबके points also सुन के I felt अच्छा हाँ ये भी तो मैं करती हूँ.
Yeah.
This is something that I would like to incorporate. So like that.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'll go back to my example in this case कि when I have a lot of thoughts running in my mind and मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा होता था how to shut them, like because I just want to numb them, and instead of numbing them with food, I still numb them with food. Okay, it's not like I don't, but not all the time like I did before, because now I found different ways, and meditation helps, journaling helps, just scribbling my thoughts out ना, that helps, क्लैरिटी मिल जाती है. एंड कभी कभी बट चाहिए ही होता है, कभी कभी फूड ही कर सकता है फूड का काम. And that those are the cases when you just indulge and don't feel guilty about it. I to take pride in this कि मैं अब खाने वाली हूँ because मुझे पता होता है मैं क्यों खाने वाली हूँ. When you know that ना, it's very empowering. You don't feel like a failure in that case कि अरे यार why do I get so uncontrollable around food, या मेरे को control क्यों नहीं है खुद पे. It is an empowering feeling to accept it कि यार ऐसा हो गया है, इस टाइम फूड ही काम करेगा, मैं तो खा रही हूँ. So yeah, it's great. Thanks for sharing, Palak. And if there are no other shares, no other questions, we can end this.
Yes.
Bye guys, thanks for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you.